guys, it's April the 26th, 2024, and it is a very sunny day here in South Carolina today. The light's been hurting my eyes. It's so bright out here. I had to put on my shades. Like I said, where I'm sitting at, the sun is just shining right on me. But anyway, today I wanted to talk with you guys about basically, this is a real life story, and this really pertains to a subject that I was just talking about the other day. I'm gonna scoot in here just a little bit, but this has to do with what I was talking about the other day on Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome. So this is a true story. This actually just happened yesterday and today. And I figured, it just popped me. I was talking to my wife about it just a minute ago, and while I was telling her what happened, I was like, I should go on here and talk about this today, because this pertains to this channel so much, and it's a real life scenario of something like this happening. So anyway, let me just go ahead and get started. Yesterday I had to go to the doctor in the morning, and I had to go have my blood work done after that, but I came home first. I had to come home and do something really quick, and when I was coming home, when I came down my driveway and came back up, when I got up here to the gate, there was a lady standing there, and a very old lady, very feeble lady. And when I pulled up, I said, can I help you with something, ma'am? And like I've told you guys this before, I live very far back in the woods. There shouldn't be anybody back here, ever. We are on a private road, and there's only one other house on this road. There's only 2 homes back here, and I'm at the very end, way back. I live like a mile off the road. And it's very frightening when I encounter people back here, and it hasn't happened very often. There's only been a couple times that I've ever had someone show up here that wasn't supposed to be here, and when it does happen, it frightens me, because I just don't know what's going on, why anybody would be here. This isn't like, like we don't live in a neighborhood. And when I saw her standing there, I just was thrown off. And that's when I asked her, could I help her? And she said, I'm looking for my dog. And I said, okay, what's your dog look like? And she told me it was like a little small, like Dachshund mixed with something else. I don't remember. And I asked her, how did she end up here? And she said that she was walking through the woods, and that's how she ended up here. And I asked her, well, what part of the woods did you come from? And she pointed in this direction down here, which goes down to the bottom of my property. And there's nothing down there at all. There are no homes over there. My dad came over here when we first moved in. My dad has a drone and flew it over the top of our house and went all around this property. There's no homes in that direction for a very long way away. There's a home over this way, but it's way back in the woods. So it really had me confused how this lady ended up back here. We're so far back in the woods. Like, it's just, you would have to really make a point to get back here, unless you got really lost. And anyway, so she told me that she came from that direction, and she said she couldn't find her dog. Could I help her? And I said, ma'am, I have to go to the doctor. I can't, but I can take you home really quick. Can you tell me where you live? And she said that she lives on the road that I live on. And I said, okay, well, that's where I live. And she said, okay. So I said, get in my van and I'll take you home. So she got in the van, and I drove down to the end of the driveway, and I asked her, which direction do I go to take you home? And she didn't know where we were at. And she said, this isn't that road. And I told her, I said, ma'am, it is that road. I promise you, this is where I live off of this road. Do you know which direction that you live in? And she said, no, I don't. So I just took a right and just started going in that direction, driving very slow so that we wouldn't miss her driveway. Well, she kept saying, this isn't it, this isn't it. We got all the way to the end of the drive, to the end of my road, and we were at the stop sign, so I knew we had to turn around. So I turned around, drove slow all the way back up, and went down to the other end of the road almost. And I said, ma'am, do you have any idea where you live? And she said she didn't. So that's when I asked her, I should have thought of this in the beginning, but I said, do you know what your address is? And she told me her address. I put it in my GPS and went to the address that was on the GPS. Well, when we pulled into that driveway, she said, this isn't my home. Okay, so now I'm like I don't know what to do. And I back out of that driveway, and I'm just at loss to what to do. Like, I've already asked this lady where she lives. She gave me her address. That's not the right place. And I can't just drop her off on the side of the road. I mean, she's probably 80 years old. I don't know. She looked like she was 80. And like I said, very feeble. She looked like she couldn't see very well. And like I said, I just couldn't leave her there. So I had to make sure I got her home. And as soon as we went to pull back out, I was just going to drive down that road again. As I was driving down the road, she said, that's it. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. Excuse me. So I turned into the driveway, drove down this super long driveway. And I asked her before we got in there, I said, is this driveway okay? Because I'm in my van. Like, if the driveway's bad, we live in a really hilly area, and most people have dirt driveways here, and they get washed out really bad. And she said the driveway's fine. I drive down, and it's all paved, which probably cost $100,000, I'm not joking, to pave this driveway. Drive all the way down it and get to the end, and it's this house back in the woods, like, completely overgrown. You could tell that nobody's taking care of it. This place is totally unkempt. But the driveway was brand new. She told me they had just gotten done. And that's when I pulled up and saw the house, it just really threw me off. I was really confused because, I'm not kidding, this driveway was not cheap to have done. And then I pulled back there, and it's this super old, unkempt house. I could barely turn around. I had to, like, seriously do, like, a 20-point turn to turn around because there was just so much stuff everywhere. And this is probably on 50 acres of land, too. It's like this house is just right in the middle of the woods, down this super long, narrow driveway. So anyway, so I dropped her off. I got her name, and I got her phone number, and I told her if I found her dog, I would give her a call. And that was it. I left the driveway and came back home, did what I had to do, and then went to have my blood drawn. And went about my day yesterday, you know, whatever. And didn't think anything else of it. That was it. And then this morning, I didn't even tell my wife about it yesterday. It just didn't even cross my mind. We had to go to a concert last night for my son, and we were just so busy yesterday. I didn't even have a chance to even talk with her about it. I had to go pick my youngest son up from my mother-in-law because he had a football game. Like, we just didn't have a chance to talk like that. And this morning, I walked outside for a second to get something out of the van, and the lady was there again, standing in the same place in my driveway. And the thing is that, and I didn't know all this until after I told my wife what happened just a few minutes ago. But when I walked out I'm going to get to my point of this here in just a minute. I'm going to finish telling the story. So this morning, like I said, I come outside to go to my van, and that lady's there again, standing at my gate. And I walked down there and I said, ma'am, well, what's going on? This time she had her dog with her. It was in her arms. And I asked her, you know, what's going on? Like, why are you here again? And she said that she was looking for her dog. And I told her, I said, ma'am, you have your dog. It's right there with you. And she goes, no, I can't find him. And I knew right then, like, something was really wrong. Like, that she was not comprehending what was really going on. Like, she was completely lost. And the thing that's really weird is, like, the only way that she would come here would be through the woods. So she obviously walked through the woods in, like, a really long distance to get here again this morning. So I told her I would give her a ride home again. I was a little frustrated. It was really early in the morning, and that was not what I was expecting to be doing. But I took her home. I wasn't going to leave her, you know, standing outside. So I got her back in the van, took her back home, and I said, ma'am, please do me a favor. If you're missing your dog again, here's my number. Just call me the next time, please, and I'll look for your dog for you. And she told me, okay, but she just did not know what was going on. She was completely discombobulated. She started crying. She started crying on me yesterday, and when I asked her, did she know where she was at, and she told me no, and she just started bawling, crying. Same thing again today. I said, do you remember me from yesterday? And she said no, and then she started crying. She was totally lost, guys. Like, totally disconnected from this world. I couldn't imagine being there. I'm just kind of at a loss for words. It's been a long time since I've seen anybody that confused, and she really is. Like, she doesn't know what's going on. And the point is that this morning I was talking to my wife about it, or just a little bit ago, and when I told her who it was, my wife knew exactly who it was. And this lady is a very well-known, people know that she's a really bad alcoholic. She's lived around this area for a very long time. And she's lived alone for a very long time. I didn't know this about this lady. I didn't know who she was. But when I told my wife where she lived, my wife knew who she was. And she's obviously got... I mean, I'm not a doctor, I can't say for sure, but she's obviously got something wrong with her, some kind of encephalopathy because of the alcohol. Because from what I understand, she's been a really bad alcoholic her whole entire life. And, you know, I don't know 100% for sure. I can't say for sure. It could just be dementia or whatever, or something else. It could just be from old age, or it could be some kind of disease. I don't know for sure, but my point is it could be from... her excessive alcohol consumption. And I'm telling you guys, that's one of the saddest things I've seen in a really long time. Very, very, very sad. She really did not understand what was going on, was completely lost, didn't know where she was at. She didn't remember how to get home. She didn't remember her correct address. She really was completely lost in this world. And if it's from alcohol, that's really, really, really sad. It just destroys so many things. It's so hard on our health. I've never encountered that before. Not like that. And I don't know. I just wanted to talk about it today and just share it with you guys because it happened. I saw it, and you know, if it's alcohol related, that's really sad. And I would not want to end up like that. And you know, like I said, it's just another reason why to remain sober and why not to drink. You might not have any problems now, but later on down the road, ending up with something like that. I remember when my grandmother was in a nursing home, there was a lady in there that was in the room with my grandmother. And she didn't know what was going on either. And she actually came after my brother and I one time. We walked in there with a cane and tried to hit us. And I remember being so scared when I was a kid. That lady like went crazy on my brother and I. We scared her. She thought we were somebody else. I don't remember what exactly happened. I was really young. I just remember the lady, every time we would go see my grandmother, that lady didn't know what was going on, and they would sometimes remove her out of the room and take her somewhere else when we would come visit her because she would tend to get violent. And I just remember seeing that as a child. It really impacted me. And then to see that like that, you know, and it's probably a direct cause of alcohol. It's just really sad, you know, that can happen. And like I said, just another reason why not to drink. You do not want to end up like that. You really don't. The lady was so lost. I'm not joking. It was so sad, guys. But anyway, I just thought I'd tell that story today, because it does. It directly correlates with this channel, and I was just talking about it the other day, and then to see it in real life, I have a feeling that lady's probably going to come back over here again. I would seriously count on that to happen. I don't know, maybe if she's coming over here because she's lonely, maybe. Maybe she does know what's going on. I don't know. But from the look on her face, I just couldn't see anybody pretending to cry the way that that lady started crying today. It seemed way too real for me, for it to be an act or something like that. I just couldn't imagine it being not real. There's no way. It was way too realistic for me, and the lady was very, very upset. So anyway, guys, the live tomorrow, I'm gonna have to cancel that. I'm really sorry. When my oldest son's game got moved to tomorrow, to later in the day, and it's gonna be at that time, and I'm not exactly sure what time we're gonna be home tomorrow, so I'm just gonna have to postpone it to next week, to next Saturday. I will fit in a video tomorrow. I just don't know when, and I'm just gonna have to do a regular video tomorrow, guys. I apologize. There's just no way I can know what time I'll be home. I don't want to have to rush and do that to my kids. I'm so sorry, guys. I know a bunch of you are looking forward to it, but we'll do it for sure next Saturday. I just have to be at my kids' game tomorrow. My youngest one has a game first thing in the morning, and then my oldest son's game got moved, so I have to go to that. But anyway, I apologize. Now, and we're planning on doing something together as a family tomorrow as well. And I'm not sure. We might do it in the afternoon. Like I said, my wife her last weekend was her first full weekend home, and this is going to be like her second full weekend home. So we really want to, hang out as a family tomorrow and spend some time together. So I don't know when everything's going to work out, if I would even have time tomorrow. So I'm just going to move it next week. I'm really sorry, guys. I really apologize. And I'll still do the regular video of my wife on Sunday as well. But tomorrow I'll just do a normal video like always tomorrow. And we'll go back to the live video next Saturday. But other than that, I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really do appreciate it. I just thought I'd share a real story with you. And like I said, I do not think that that lady was faking it or anything. I really think that this is alcohol related. And she was completely gone, like did not know what's happening. And I just think it's strange that I was just talking about this the other day, and then to see that in real life, very scary. Quick little shout out to, man, thank you so much for the shout out, Slayer, in yesterday's video, dude. I was watching Slayer's channel yesterday. I was trying to get the video to upload last night. It was taking forever, and I was sitting there watching it upload. I kept checking it every couple minutes to see how much, because sometimes it'll jump. It'll say 88 minutes left until it finishes uploading, and then next thing you know, it'll be 10 minutes. So I was checking over and over again to see if what was going on with the process of the upload, and I saw Slayer had just uploaded a new video. So while I was sitting there waiting for my video to upload, I watched Slayer's video. I gotta say, that video yesterday Slayer did, it was really cool. I really liked that a lot. I liked the style that he did yesterday. So Slayer, I gotta say, man, I commented on his video, and I was being for real, man. I really liked that style. It was really chill. It just felt like we were just hanging out with you, man. And that's different than everybody else is doing on here, and I just thought that was really neat. Not to mention, I do want to add this before I get off of here. Slayer brought up something in his video yesterday, and was talking about, counting days on sobriety. And he was saying, that it can make some people uncomfortable when others are sharing their days. And, I never even thought about that. And here recently, I brought up the fact of, you know, my sobriety length, because I was coming up on an anniversary. And if I ever hurt anybody's feelings or made anybody feel uncomfortable but bringing that up, I apologize. I didn't even think about that, and I gotta thank Slayer for bringing that up, because I have mentioned it a couple times here lately, and I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable at all. That was not my intention. I wasn't trying to rub it in anybody's face or anything like that. It's just been on my mind, and there's been a couple stories that have been correlated with that, and it was just part of the story while I was leading into it. So I'm not going to continue to talk about that. I just wanted to apologize to everybody. If I did offend anybody or make anybody feel uncomfortable because I was talking about my sobriety length, that's not fair of me to do. And like I said, I didn't think about it until I was watching Slayer's video, and as he was talking about it, I was like, you know, he's right, and I shouldn't have said that. And like I said, I just wanted to say I'm sorry to anybody if I did make them feel any way uncomfortable, because that was not I'm not trying to brag or boast about anything. That was not the case at all. So once again, I do apologize if I made anyone feel uncomfortable with that. That was not my intention by any means. And thank you so much, Slayer, for bringing that up. And that's one of the reasons that I watch other people's channels, just for those kinds of reasons, because I can pick up ideas, see what other people are talking about. You get another perspective from somebody else's eyes. You know, if I'm always just looking through my eyes, I'm never going to learn anything. I don't know everything by any means. I mean, like I said, I'm just a normal guy, and I have to get ideas from other people. And, you know, I just think that's a really important thing to do, is learn from others. And so I brought up a really good point yesterday. And it kind of hit me hard when he said that, and it just really made me think. And you know, that's why I wanted to bring it up today. And I said something in his comment yesterday as well. I never thought of it. But anyway, I'm not going to keep harping on that. Guys, I will see you in tomorrow's video. Once again, apologize there won't be a live, but it's just the way that the things worked out for tomorrow. I apologize, guys. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. I will have one up tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. It is currently 1 o'clock right now, so usually on Fridays lately, these videos have been taking a long time. I guess it's because of all the traffic on here, or it's the traffic on my internet. We are going to be getting high-speed internet very soon. The guy was just here the other day. He said we were supposed to get it by the end of the week, but I don't see that happening. But we pay our deposit, so it should be coming any day. I can't wait, because I'm so tired of these videos taking like 3 or 4 hours sometimes 8-10 hours to get up. It's ridiculous. It only take me a couple minutes to get them up. So you guys will be getting the videos a lot earlier every day. And as soon as they're done, I'm going to post them. So you'll get them way earlier every single day once I get my high-speed internet. It's just my internet that takes so long. That's why these videos sometimes don't get up until so late. I'm sorry about the one from last night. It's just my stuff was moving really slow. But anyway, guys, I'm sitting here just running my mouth. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I love you guys so much. No live video tomorrow. I will see y'all in the regular video. And the live will be again next week. And until tomorrow, I will see y'all then. Bye, guys.